For months, Karen had been escalating. First, it was petty fines for things like grass height. Then came threats about my truck being too loud and my farmhouse not matching community standards. I ignored her because, frankly, the HOA had no jurisdiction over my land. But Karen didn't like being ignored. One evening, as I was finishing up chores in the barn, I heard shouting outside. I stepped out and froze. There they were, Karen and the entire HOA council, standing at my gate with clipboards, tools, and a box of padlocks. Karen raised her chin. "This is an official HOA enforcement action. You're being removed from the community for noncompliance." I blinked. "Removed? From my own farm?" "Yes," she snapped. "The council voted. We're evicting you. Consider this your last warning." The rest of the council looked uneasy, but Karen's glare kept them in line. That's when I realized she wasn't just trying to annoy me anymore. She was trying to take over everything. So I decided to hit back. Not with yelling, not with threats, but by dismantling the very foundation of her little empire. That night, I pulled out the thick folder of documents I'd been collecting for months. HOA bylaws, tax filings, county permits. I'd noticed things before. Missing signatures, expired filings, funds that didn't add up. Karen had been sloppy, funneling money into beautification projects that mysteriously never got finished, while HOA dues kept rising. The next morning, I walked into the county clerk's office and dropped the folder on the counter. "I'd like to file a complaint about fraudulent HOA activity." What happened over the next 2 weeks was glorious. An investigation launched almost immediately. County auditors pored over the HOA's books. Lawyers got involved. It turned out Karen had been skimming funds for years, using HOA money to pay for vacations, luxury furniture, even a down payment on a second car. When the next HOA meeting rolled around, I showed up early and sat quietly in the back. Karen strutted in with her gavel, ready to bark orders. But halfway through the agenda, 2 county officials walked in and asked for her by name. "Karen Smith." She blinked. "Yes." "What's this about?" "You're under investigation for fraud, embezzlement, and misrepresentation of authority." The look on her face was priceless. Her eyes darted around the room, searching for support. But the board members who once followed her blindly suddenly found their voices. "You told us the money was for landscaping," one shouted. "You said the dues increase was for road repairs," another yelled. Karen stammered, I was doing it for the community." The officials ignored her. They escorted her right out of the room in front of everyone. The HOA meeting dissolved into chaos. Board members arguing, homeowners demanding refunds, people calling for the entire council to resign. By the end of the month, the county dissolved the HOA entirely. With Karen gone and the council disbanded, there was nothing left of her little regime. I walked my land in peace for the first time in years. No more phony fines, no more trespassing, no more threats of removal. Karen had tried to remove me. Instead, I removed her entire council from power. And now, every time I pass that empty clubhouse, I can't help but smile. Because Karen thought she ran the community, but I proved she never had any power at all.